Cup. I hope you enjoyed the first half. Burnley leading, of course, with a Joey Barton deflected 3-kick. We're about to restart the second half. Burnley now attacking the goal to our right, where 5,500 of their travelling supporters are situated behind. So it's Burnley in claret and blue, Preston in the all-white shirts with the dark shorts, and it's the Burnley players that get us away in the second half. Remember, Burnley now with a win could go 1 point clear of Middlesbrough, 3 ahead of Brighton in the race for the automatic spots, but it's anybody's for the taking now. Just to run through the two teams, starting with Preston, of course. Kirkman is in goal for them. A back five of Woods, Clark, Wright, Cunningham and Reach. A midfield three of Brown, Gallagher and Johnson, who replaced Pearson, and it's Joe Garner and Jermaine Beckford up front. Burnley with Tom Heaton in goal. A back four of Loughton, Keane, Mee and Ward. Boyd, Marnie, Barton and Artfield the midfield four. Barton with the goal after 4 minutes. And it's Vokes Gray up front for the Clarets this evening. And Ben Mee goes on an early run there. And it's away for the first throw of the second half. And Burnley, who lead for that goal from Joey Barton, know that if they can get 3 more points now, it would really set them up now with those 2 games to come against QPR and Charlton on the last day. So 1-0 to the Clarets. And Preston showed a little bit of promise from their point of view in the first half. They showed a little bit of promise, but no real end products. Really, Beckford and Garner haven't really gone into it too much. No changes incidentally for Burnley. Just to bring you up to date on the substitutes, Preston have used one of their allotted 3. They have to choose now. They have left to choose from Kilkenny, Huntingham, Jordan Hugill, Smith, Robinson and Hudson. Burnley have still got their full quarter of 3 to play with, and their substitutes are David Jones, Matt Taylor, Lloyd Dyer, Paul Robinson, James Tarkowski, Darwinka, the right back, and Ashley Barnes, who missed a couple of great opportunities in the last couple of games, of course. So no further changes. Of course, Johnson came on after 10 minutes to replace the injured Ben Pearson. Meanwhile, Preston have it on just to the near side, and a cross coming in. Well blocked there by Michael Keane, the Burnley centre-back. A cross coming in there. Ben Mee got an important intervention, because that cross there from the near side was an absolute perler, and Ben Mee had to get it straight away. Short corner taken there by Johnson, whipped in towards the 6-yard box and headed away there by Michael Keane. But Preston starting out well in the second half. They switched off there the Clarets from a short corner and allowed Daniel Johnson to whip it in. Corner cross comes in there, and it's Cunningham with a header, and Beckford for no more than 6 yards heads over the bar. Big chance there for the former Leeds United man who works under Simon Grayson at Leeds. There's the cross. It was a dangerous one, and he didn't get enough purchase on the header, and in the end it bloomed over the bar and under the roof of the net for a goal kick. If you want to interact this second half, please do. I'll be happy to hear from you. Good clean comments, please. No swearing, no rudeness, please. We want to try and keep this a family stream if we can, a stream that can be enjoyed by all the family. So if we can refrain from any swear words, I won't read any swear words out, as that ball was almost threaded in there towards Andre Gray, who's the Championship's top scorer. Meanwhile, we've got Adam Reach now on the near side for Preston, the left-hand side. Reach crosses it towards the other side of the flank, and it's crossing from the right this time. Ben Mee with a header, but only as far as Johnson. No one closing him down within a 5 or 10 yard radius. The ball played in there, and again the tackles are flying in, and an opportunity there now. There's a free kick, in fact, against Preston, and referee Kevin Friend was right on the spot, and it is a free kick to Burnley. In fact, it was Reach's crossing from just to the right of the D, and there's pushing there by Garner, who's got to watch his step. He's already been booked for that altercation with Loughton at the end of the first half. He really does have to watch his step, Joel Garner. Former Blackburn Rovers trainee. In fact, when Preston won the derby match at Ewood Park the other week, in fact he referenced a goal to the chicken farmers benches. Meanwhile, at the other end, we got Scott Arfield at the other end, crossed towards the back post. Burnley there for a moment looked as if they were onto something there down the left-hand channel. They might be here with Loughton on the right. Loughton now, ooh, good play almost there by the former Aston Villa man. And if Burnley were to win promotion, he would replace his former club in the Premier League next season. Aston Villa, of course, having gone down last Saturday after a dreadful season, really, from their standards. It's terrible to see a club like Aston Villa in the Championship next season with the stadium they have, Premier League facilities, but it's not being run right at Villa Park. And Stan Collymore was on the radio the other week, was quick to point the finger at certain individuals. Offside against George Boyd, and it will be a free kick to Preston. But going back to the Aston Villa issue, Randy Leonard has come out in the press in the last couple of days and has said that he takes full responsibility. He has been trying to sell the club for some years now, Randy Lerner, without any success. But tonight we're seeing two well-run clubs. Preston very well run after a few years of mismanagement, certainly at manager level when Graham Wesley came in for a couple of seasons and there wasn't a good feeling about the place, and then Grayson took it on and in the last 2 years has revitalised it. There was a lot of doubt at the time when Grayson was appointed with his Blackpool connections, but he's done well. He's got a good record of getting teams out of League One, and so he's a pretty gifted manager at that, and he hasn't had a bad season with Preston in the Championship either. Free kick given against Preston. They don't like the decision, but it was a right decision. If you look at it there, Woods has absolutely got fistfuls of shirts over Scott Arfield, and the referee had no option, in my opinion, but to give a free kick against Callum Woods. So a free kick on the left-hand side, the far side as I look, and it will be left for Joey Barton. Who else? He's the man who's deciding it at the moment with that goal after just 4 minutes of the game. Attendance has just been confirmed for me, 17,789, 5,500 of which are Burnley supporters. And it's the end where the Burnley supporters are, where Burnley have this free kick. In a very dangerous position. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on. Referee Kevin Friendly now having a word with Andre Gray there. Hope he's not picking him out to be the perpetrator. I mean, Cunningham's all over him like a rash. Here comes the free kick. Barton swings it in towards the penalty area. There's a little deflection on that. It was Sam Vokes, in fact, trying to win an attempted header just on the 6-yard box. Couldn't direct it goals, and it's bundled wide, and I think it's a goal kick. Good free kick again by Barton. In fact, yes, Vokes got the header on, and it does go behind for a goal kick to Preston North End, who trail by a goal to nil, of course. Makes it 150th appearance tonight, Sam Vokes. Won promotion 2 years ago with that Vings partnership that took Burnley unexpectedly into the Championship when they were fourth favourites for relegation. They have been up amongst the bookies' favourites along with Middlesbrough and Brighton and one or two other teams. Hull were favourites at the start to bounce back. Their form has really tailed off the Humberside club, but now are more than certain to be in the playoffs, also along with Derby and Sheffield Wednesday and whoever comes off worse of this three-way tussle for automatic promotion. And it's Barton now in the centre circle to Boyd. Boyd now touches it on and Gray is onside. Gray will shoot first time, it hits the post and the goalkeeper was struggling and Boyd has a chance, he has another chance. Vokes can't get it out from under his feet. It was a scramble and Preston somehow scrambled to safety, but Andre Gray took a bob shot. He almost caught Kernan out of the near post. There's a Preston player going down, but the referee carrying on, and it's Loughton now for Burnley to George Boyd. That'll raise the temperature now. Now Marnie to Barton, midway inside the half. Will Boyd have a shot? Bond, it's in the bar from more than 30 yards. George Boyd with a superb left-footed strike, and Burnley within a matter of seconds hit the near post and the base of the crossbar, winning 30 seconds of each other. This was the first step, but Gray with a right foot against the post. Kernan was badly caught out of position. Folks couldn't get it out from under his feet, and then about 10-15 seconds later, George Boyd with a 30-yard rasper crashing back off the crossbar and over the top, and Preston not only have escaped once in the last half minute, they've escaped twice. That was a super shot, and that Would have been a fantastic goal if George Boyd had just kept that down. It just needed to be another half an inch or so lower, and that was 2-0 Clarets. 10 minutes gone in the second half, but Deepdale. Burnley lead Preston by 1-0. The goal scorer Joey Barton with a deflected free kick which caught Kirkland flat-footed, and it's Boyd who's down on his haunches on the near side. He's on his knees, and he's holding his left foot there, but he's okay, he's up, he's just hobbling slightly. Let's hope that's nothing serious. Sean Dyche, well, his team could have been a lot more comfortable there if any of those, either one of those two shots had sneaked in at the near post, or Boyd's effort had gone underneath the crossbar. That would have been a superb goal. But a lot of people, and myself especially, questioned the appointment of Dyche, but what he's done for Burnley has been nothing short of a miracle. On the budgets he's had to play with as well. Remember, in the last 2 years ago when we got promoted, he did it on a budget of 450,000. He only spent that money, and that was on Ashley Barnes. The rest of the players he bought in that summer, the summer before we won the league, before we finished second, of course, now Premier League leaders Leicester, were free transfers, and that, and that's just a pathfinder for the Championship clubs that don't have much budget. I think Rotherham could be a surprise package next year if they keep hold of Warnock for the summer, because I know he'll bring some very good players in. He knows the Championship, Warnock, and I think he'll do a very good job. Jack Boyer is back with us again, but meanwhile we've just got to see out this pressing attack. Ben Mee was clipped there, that's got to be a foul, and it's ridiculous now. And if it's Gallagher in fact who's fouled him, and it's a free kick. Jack Boyer is back with us for the second half. Enjoyed the commentary, Jack, if you can. He apparently scored today with a volley, so well done to him as well. Good to have you back. Hope we can have some more interaction with other people as well as Jack. Take a leaf out of Jack's book, get involved if you can. Good clean comments please. We'd like to hear from you during the second half. It's nice to interact during the commentary. Free kick to Preston for a foul there by Sam Vokes, and this is becoming a little cagey now, this game. We've played 57 minutes now. We're coming up towards a quarter of an hour gone in the second half. Burnley yet to make a substitution. Preston of course had that one enforced on 10 minutes when Daniel Johnson came on for Ben Pearson. And it's Burnley now on the right hand side. Boyd hooking it forward. Gray will chase it, and he will. He's barely right to the punch. It's Gray now. He needs support. He pulls the ball back, but Cunningham was there first, and then had a little deflection. Falls for Arfield on the edge of the D. Arfield turns, shoots, right foot, and just wide of the post. And it will be a goal kick to Preston, but Scott Arfield has got a good shot on him, as we saw on a couple of occasions in the Premier League last season, and certainly at Ewood Park when Burnley won by a goal to nil in October. He curled that beautifully. Kirkland was not sure at all. That you can be sure of. He started all 44 games in the league this season, Scott Arfield. That's a good consistent player. He cost absolutely nothing from Huddersfield Town. He was discarded by Huddersfield, and Sean Dyche snapped him up, and he's been an absolute bargain of the season so far. Meanwhile, Preston at the other end have a shot, and it just gone cannons wide. It was Gallagher who had the shot. It may have got a deflection. It is a corner. In fact, it was number 50. It was Woods, in fact. Callum Woods who had the shot there. Gets a deflection, and it just loops wide, thankfully. And it's a corner to Preston. Takes a little deflection. I think it comes off Stephen Ward. Heaton, I think, would have had it covered anyway. Corner kick taken quickly, and Burnley got heads on it, and it's a little bit scrappy there. Burnley now just having to just play a little bit of defensive work. They are good defensively, well organised, although Middlesbrough statistically are the best defence in the Championship. Burnley are arguably the top scorer, more than well and truly the top scorers, but Middlesbrough arguably you could say they have the best defence, but they've got two key players out. That's a foul on Sam Vokes by Bailey Wright, and a free kick to Burnley coming up towards an hour of the game gone, and that is a bad challenge. It's a tackle from behind, and surely Bailey Wright's got to go in the book for that. In fact, he has been booked while we were watching whilst I was watching a replay of the challenge. So 2 each from both sides in the book. Loughton and Marnie for Burnley, and Joe Garner and Bailey Wright for Preston. We're playing an hour. Burnley 1, Preston North End 0 at Deepdale. Preston having to defend this long free kick, and it'll come out again to Marnie. Marnie can't control it, and it's hooked back out. And it's been an absolute it's been an action-packed 60 minutes or so of this match. There's no two ways about that. It's been an enjoyable watch. That's the ball forward, and it's going to run dead, and a goal kick to Burnley. Joe Gallagher then coming close to equalising here for Preston. In our Lancashire homes, it's being signed by the Claret supporters. There they are. I can see them there. They're all absolutely delighted the teams went in, although it could have been more comfortable if Gray or Boyd had not been denied by the woodwork on either occasion. It's West Lancashire against East Lancashire, and it's the East Lancashire side that are winning. Offside against Gray. Free kick to Preston North End. Burnley have had some big wins at Deepdale over the years. The Sherpa Van semi-final back in '88 on the AstroTurf. They had AstroTurf back in the days. For any younger listeners listening, Preston North End had AstroTurf, and it was very difficult in those days to play on. And I'm sure if anyone's played on AstroTurf, it's the most difficult surface. It's made for things like hockey and stuff like that. It's not really made for football, but they played those silly plastic pitches. But it's all grass these days, and I have to say the Preston pitch looks immaculate in good nick. That's offside against Sam Vokes, but the referee deciding no, that will run for a goal kick, and he lets the game go. And that's good sensible refereeing there by Kevin Friend. Sean Dyche, hands on hips at the moment. He knows that this is far from done yet. If they can get a second goal, Burnley would make life a lot easier for the Clarets. But you never know in football. It's got a way. If you try and predict something, it's very hard. So it's Kirkland right-footed with the goal kick up and over the halfway line, just to the left of the field as we look, and down the Preston left. It's then the near side, and it's back again with Kirkland, as every attacking avenue then was cut off, so the only way back was back to the former Liverpool keeper. It's flicked on towards Beckford. Beckford tried to touch it on. Beckford inside the penalty area, gets his shot in. It's well blocked by Loughton inside the box. Good defending there by Matt Loughton. He's done very well, been very disciplined. The Burnley back forward been mighty disciplined. Jermaine Beckford, only one goal this season, but he has had a long injury layoff, to be fair to him, so we can't really criticise him too much. Preston now have the possession with Bailey Wright, and Wright gets it forward, and it's cut out by Ben Mee. Mee will control it, get it over the halfway, or get it. Well, it's not even got anywhere near the halfway line. In fact, it was collected by Preston 10 yards outside. In fact, it's a free kick. And there's frustration from the Preston fans, but the referee was quite right to penalise Brown there for a challenge on Joey Barton, and a free kick it is to Burnley. We played 63 minutes at Deepdale. 1-0 to Burnley is the scoreline, and I've got to be totally honest. It's been a really cagey second half. It's not been a free flowing. Vokes had gone down there off the ball, I'd noticed there, but the referee didn't see anything, and here's Loughton now chipping it towards Boyd. Can Boyd keep that in? No, said the linesman. And no complaints from Boyd. Just gets on with the game. It will be Cunningham to take the throw now for Preston North End. Remember, they won 2-0 at Turf Moor this season, in a game where they're only at the time Jordan Pickford was played absolutely out of his skin, saved everything that Burnley threw at him, and they were pretty lucky. They did have a couple of favourable refereeing decisions that afternoon, I seem to recall, and they were lucky to get 3 points from that game. It was a game that Burnley should have really won. Here's Arfield though for the Clarets. They are leading 1-0, however, at Deepdale tonight. In a game they really have to win. It reminds me of the Blackpool game a couple of years ago. Here's Barton now, to the byline. Barton now, can he pull the ball back? He tries to trick Kirkland in the near post, but Kirkland wasn't having any of it. Stayed true and kept it up. But still not away yet from Preston. And in the end, I think the players stopped for an offside, and it will be a free kick to North End. And Joey Barton again, proving a real threat to the Preston players. Look at the way Barton scoops away and tries to beat Kirkland at the near post, but Kirkland here doesn't have any area of it. Good save, just sticks out of foot and diverts the ball away in the end from Preston's point of view to relative safety, and in fact a free kick was actually given. Burnley winning a header from the goal kick, and then it's flicked on, but it's back towards Kirkland, who's under no great pressure. There's not one Burnley player within a 30-yard radius of him, and he kicks clear. Plenty of Clarets now back now in the defending deep in the Preston half a little bit. Here's Daniel Johnson, and he finds reach, and it's played back, and apparently I think that's a free kick to Preston North End. I think there's a foul there on Adam Reach according to the referee Kevin Friend. 1-0 still the score to Burnley. We're now midway through the second half, and it's still 1-0. That goal on 4 minutes from Joey Barton. Joey Barton's goal on 4 minutes, 6 minutes rather, is given Burnley that 1-goal advantage, but Preston now looking to try and get back into this second half, and it's Garner whipping this free kick in towards the danger zone. Good fist away by Barton, by Heaton, and a free kick was given for a foul, I think, by Jermaine Beckford on Barton, and Barton, Beckford, he's going to get himself in the book here. He's lashed out at Joey Barton, and Joey Barton is clearly trying to calm him down, and Jermaine Beckford, for me, should go in the book. That's violent conduct in my opinion. There was a definite foul there on Tom Heaton. He's got no cause to complain here, Beckford, and surely the referee has got to take action here against Jermaine Beckford. Joey Barton has to just, well, it's Beckford here has got to go in the book for me. That was petulant. Barton was just trying to calm him down. I know rival fans have this vendetta against Joey Barton. I don't think that, well, at least it's ended amicably anyway. At least it's ended in an handshake. No yellow cards for either player, but I thought Jermaine Beckford was very, very unlucky. But Nathan Gerrard has texted in. I'm not going to repeat that because I've got to try and remain professional. But thank you for the comments anyway. Keep enjoying the commentary. Nice to see someone else getting involved. Punched away by Barton, it says there. I don't think that was the case. I think, in fact, it was a foul by Beckford. I think Barton was just trying to play peacemaker. He has been... I'm not trying to defend Joey Barton, by the way. He does have a reputation, but he wears his heart on his sleeve, and I do think he is misunderstood, certainly in this day and age, by a lot of people. But he's been a colossus for the Clarets this season. Meanwhile, back to the game, and it's Preston North End now attacking, and they have to try and 4 men forward. They want to try and preserve a little bit of pride. They've nothing else to play for. They can't make the playoffs. They're too far behind in terms of points. They've not got enough games to make up the top 6. And the way Sheffield Wednesday, who are occupying that final playoff spot, are going at the moment, I can see them, Hull and Derby, definitely shooing for playoffs. Simon Grayson certainly not happy with his side at the moment. They're just not really turned up on the final third where it's absolutely mattered. And Burnley really, they could have been 2 or 3 clear if the woodwork hands have intervened, but there you go. But Burnley still winning. And here's Vokes chipping it forward. Look, asking a lot of grade that. It's too close to goalkeeper Kirkland. It was a good idea, but it just asked a little bit of Gray. He's got pace to burn Andre Gray, but asked a lot of him that ball. Although the idea was quality in its execution. It's down the other end with Beckford. Oh, chance here for Johnson. Good save by Heaton. Still not away yet. Danger here for the Clarets, and it's over the top, and it will be a goal kick. An opportunity there for Joe Garner after Heaton has saved from Johnson, and Oh my days, that was absolutely too close for comfort there, I have to be honest. That's a good save though, diving away to his right hand side to deny Daniel Johnson there. Great opportunity there for Preston, and maybe could and should have been level in the game, but Burnley has survived, and it's up the other end with Andre Gray, but it's taken away off him by Bailey Wright, who hooks it long again towards Garner and Beckford, but a good piece of defending there by Michael Keane. It's with Gallagher now on the left hand side. Preston now having a good spell, and it's Cunningham now on the left, gets the crossing from the left. Beckford with a free header, but it's not on target. It's in Heaton's hands. It wasn't going to trouble Heaton, I don't think. It was a weak head, in fairness to Jermaine Beckford, although he was left on mark, but he wasn't going anywhere near the goals. But Heaton decided to keep the ball in play and just keep the game going, and I think that's a testament to both sides. They're absolutely trying to keep the game going, and I think that's good to see. We don't really see too much of that in modern day football. Here's an opportunity though for Preston to come forward again, and it's Garner again, but it's boxed away. Still 1-0 to Burnley, and here is Reach, gets the crawl in towards the penalty box. It'll come out here, and a good block there. It was Woods who was going to try the shot, and it's Gray at the other end. I thought he was rugby tackled there. Sean Dykes wants a free kick, and I've got to say he's lucky there, the Preston player, because that to me was a foul. It was a rugby tackle. That would have gone down well at the Twickenham or the Millennium Stadium. And that should have also, as well as a free kick, it should have been a yellow card. The referee's got to get a grip on this sort of... That's a rugby tackle. Absolutely, for sure. Meanwhile, back to the game, and it's back with Chris Kirkland. The referee's just got to get a grip on this Preston pulling and shoving right now. Here's Johnson though, cutting in Spiel, but he can't dig out anything substantial, and it will be a Burnley throw, Preston throw. Now it was a rugby tackle here on Andre Gray. Look at him, that's a clear rugby tackle. I don't care if it's minimal or over the top contact. That's a free kick in my book, and Bailey Wright, who's already been booked, well, he maybe should be off the field then in that case, and Preston should be down to 10 men. Meanwhile, the ball intended for Gray. Will Gray get there? No. Bailey Wright will get there. Maybe Wright should not be on the pitch right now. And Preston have had another decision, I think, go against Andre Gray. He's now complaining, and this is getting ridiculous now. Let's have a look at that again. Oh, there's nothing in that at all. Bailey Wright's gone down. He's looking for that. Absolutely disgraceful there. Gray stood his ground. If he books Andre Gray, that's a silly decision from the referee. He's booked him. Absolutely ridiculous. He hardly touched Bailey Wright whatsoever, and referee friend has got to stop with these stupid yellow cards. Ridiculous. But yet Bailey Wright gets away with a rugby tackle. I find that amazing. And now another clash there. Barton's involved, Clark's in there. It's all happening here. Now what's the referee going to do here? Is he going to give a free kick to them? Let's see what happened. Header back away by Ward. Well, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Barton's won the headers, no problem there. He's looking at the ball. That's a free kick to Burnley. And he's giving it against... Yeah, he has given it to Burnley, in fact. Well, shouldn't Clark go in the book? Meanwhile, Preston are going to make a second change. It's Jordan Hugill will come on. Nathan Gerrard has texted in. Ref's had a mare. You bet he has. In the last couple of minutes he has. Not spotting a rugby tackle. Then Gray brushes Bailey Wright. Hardly touches him and gets a yellow card. So I agree, Nathan Gerrard. He's certainly had a mare. Meanwhile, back with the game, and it's another free kick to Preston. That looked like a foul on Sam Vokes to me. I think the referee's been influenced here by the Deepdale crowd, to be perfectly honest. We're now into the last quarter of an hour, and this is going to be very, very tense, I'm showing you now. The tension is almost unpalpable. Preston go on the attack, and it's comes out to Boyd, who wins the ball fantastically well. Boyd did fantastic there, and he kept that very much alive. Arfield now touching it on, and now Burnley can get a little bit of respite. Ball down the line, and it will come here for Gray on the chase. Clark towards his back though, and look at that, he's tugging his shirt there. The referee's got to look at this much more closely than that. There's the crossing from Ward, and Ward's cross is going to be cleared by Preston. It's going to be Cunningham who gets it out. We're into a good last 15 minutes though, but Preston now being helped by 1 or 2 decisions, but they still trail Burnley by 1-0. That 6 minute goal from Joey Barton, a deflected free kick. It will go down as a Barton goal because it was on target before it was deflected. And still Gallagher now, and here come Preston down the left hand side. Shot coming in, well blocked there. Good defending by Barton. He put his body on the line there, and although he charged down the hard shot, he stood on his feet. And now here comes Arfield down the other end towards the penalty area. Arfield tries to curl it, and he curls it in the end about 10 yards wide of the far post, and it's a goal kick to Preston. Good break though from Burnley. Preston understandably wanting to try and get an equaliser, pushing men forward. Arfield timed his one well. He had to try and bend it round Daniel Johnson, Kirkland, and inside the post, and he just couldn't do it there, the Canadian international. And Preston for now survive. Eleven attempts for Preston, 17 for Burnley. 1 on target for Preston, 4 for Burnley, and 1 has counted big time so far. If the scores stay the same, Burnley will go 1 point ahead at the top of the Premier League, top of the Championship, sorry, in the race for the Premier League. Sean Dyche there checking his watch. He's yet to make a change, and he's got to try and get some fresh players. I'd get Lloyd Dyer on him. He's got to try and make some subs. He can't just keep with the same 11 all the time. I know the fitness levels are there. He's got to get on. He's got to look at his bench. He's got Jones, Taylor, Dyer, Robinson, Tarkowski, Nawinka and Barnes. And now I'm looking more of the offensive. We've got Jones, Taylor, Lloyd Dyer and Ashley Barnes. 4 offensive options there we could throw on. And maybe I'd be tempted to put Lloyd Dyer on and get Arfield off, really, to be honest. Lloyd Dyer for 33 has got pace to burn. I'm still at a loss to why he wasn't used a lot sooner since joining from January. I know he was without a club, but you know, I'm sure Lloyd Dyer with his fitness, he's very fit, Lloyd Dyer. Ball up towards Sam Vokes. Burnley yet to make a change so far. 77 minutes gone. Sean Dyche has to change it a little bit because the 11 that started, they played really well, but they've got to change it. They have to change it, and that's my. I mean, if I was to criticise Dyche, he's been a tremendous manager for us over the last 3 or 4 years so far. That's a foul. That's got to be a free kick. Linesman was signalling. It's a clear foul by Beckford. A free kick, and it will be a free kick. It's definite foul there on Ben Mee. He's looking to foul him there. Beckford, for me, he's not in the book by now, Jermaine Beckford, and we are going to see a change. It's actually Andre Gray. Well, that's a bit of a surprise. I thought Sam Vokes might have come on. But the Burnley fans are still happy and smiling, and they're giving Andre Gray a standing ovation. 5,500 Clarets who have travelled up the M65, travelled west, along the M65. And they have not been disappointed so far. And Ashley Barnes, you know what you'll get with him. Hard work, dedication, he does score goals. Hasn't yet to score in the Championship this season. He's been out for a long while though with an injury that he sustained at the back end of last season, towards the end of last season against Aston Villa, incidentally in the final Premier League match of that particular season. So 1 change used, so Gray will probably be saved for the 2 more future battles against QPR a week on Monday, and of course Charlton on the final weekend of the season. Oh, Barton, that was late from Joey Barton. He will go in the book for that, I'm sure of it. He has to go in the book. It was late. The referee will not stand for any nonsense, that's for sure. He's going to go in the book here, Barton. He'll be very lucky if he isn't booked, and of course he's going to be booked. I can understand his frustration there, but there was no need to make the challenge, Joey Barton. There was no need for it. Let's see that again. Well, I think he's a little unlucky there. Any score predictions for QPR and Charlton? I'm not going to make any predictions at this stage. Let's get through this game first, Nathan, before we start thinking about QPR and Charlton. There's still 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go, and it's a free kick to Preston. Joey Barton now in the book. It was a fair decision. It's Gallagher to take it from the far side, headed out. In fact, two Burnley players went for the same ball, and with no Preston attacker attacking them. But Preston still have it right hand side. It's Johnson now. Burnley must defend, and defend with a bit of discipline here if they're going to see out this one goal victory. Heaton comes and claims and takes it fantastically well. That was good authoritative goalkeeping, and a good throw out to get George Boyd away, but it's going to run out of play, and it will be a throw to Preston North End, who trail by a goal to nil. We're now 81 minutes into the game, and it's Kirkland to get it out. Burnley have used one change. Preston have used to two. Free kick to Preston on the halfway line. Foul allegedly by Ben Mee. It looked a soft decision. Another yellow card. This is getting ridiculous. Is this referee picking on Burnley players or what? The referee now has got to stop it with the yellow cards. I mean, that is ridiculous. He's not even looking at Jermaine Beckford. That is a ridiculous yellow card. Ridiculous. And I think it's the most cheapest yellow card you'll see. That is unfortunate. I think the referee is trying to just book Burnley players, but anything other than that. I mean, the Joey Barton one I've got no cause to complain against because it was a late challenge. But the Ben Mee one, that was just ridiculous. Beckford's looking for that. He's ran into Ben Mee, and the referee absolutely... well, I don't know. So, Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, that's a big game as far as the top six are concerned. That's tomorrow at midday. But this game has still got 8 minutes to go. There's no problem with the stream at the moment. We are on time. Free kick then to Preston North End. Still 1-0 is the score. Barnes this game really building up to a real crescendo here at the moment. And Preston have been they played very well, but there's a change in the offing here. I think it's for North End. They're about to use their final substitution in the game. The ball had run dead, and it's who's coming off there? It's Alan Brown who's come off, and Callum Robinson, number 37, who's going to come on now for the remaining 7 minutes plus any time added on for injuries. So Tom Heaton then, the free kick didn't really come to much in the end, and it's going to be a goal kick then. Heaton with the right foot over the halfway line, and Bogues to win a header. Now it will come for Joey Barton. Now he looks it on to Ward down the left hand side, reaches with him, and it's with Ward now towards the area, cross in there. There was nobody in carbon blue within the 6-yard box, and the cross is out of play towards the near corner flag, and it will be a goal kick rather to Preston North End. 84 minutes gone, 6 to play. Need a goal quick or I'm going to have a heart attack, says Nathan. Well, we'll see what happens there. We need a goal. Burnley certainly need a second goal. The heart attacks are starting to appear now. I'm beginning to tie 10 heart attacks commentating on this game, I have to be honest. But can Burnley hold on and try and get 3 crucial points, which would really make a huge difference? Preston have it inside the penalty box, and then it's back in there with Cobblers by Cunningham, and Beckford can't flick it goalwards, and it will run out of play for a Burnley throw right by the quadrant on the far side. That's the cross from Cunningham, and Beckford, well, that's a poor attempt. If he's trying to header with a cross goal, that's a poor attempt at a header, really, to be honest. 5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Still 1-0 to the Clarets. The lead given to them in the 6th minute by Joey Varden. A deflected free kick that deflected off a defender and into the back of the net. It came, I think, off Brown and in. It came off the defender Brown, who's been replaced just a moment or two back by Callum Robinson. Burnley have only used the one substitute so far. That's Gray off and Barnes on. Gray was actually one of the players that was booked. So I count that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the book for Burnley, and 1, 2 for Preston and 2 for Preston. We can see what the referee's trying to do. He has been a little bit biased towards Preston in terms of decisions and yellow cards in the second half. And I think there have been worse challenges by Preston players that have gone unpunished. Barton has got to watch his mark as well. He's on a yellow card. Here he is now on the ball, over the halfway line. He needed a better ball really to pick out Boyd. He'd made a very good run, and in fact he was behind him. But Boyd has kept it alive, and he's found Loughton. I'm not even going to make it, Federico. I'm not really going to make a prediction. I'm just being asked how much injury time do you think. I would reckon at least maybe 4 minutes. I'm going to guess 4 minutes in injury time, but we've got 4 minutes of normal time still to go first, and we can negotiate that. I'm sure it will be 4, maybe 5 minutes. I'd like to think it was less, but I'm not going to make any predictions at this stage. We're just hoping and praying. We've held on for so long since the 6th minute, but Preston really haven't done enough really to merit an equalising goal. They have come close on a couple of occasions. Beckford has had a couple of free headers, but it's not really troubled Tom Heaton unduly. And here comes Marnie now over the halfway line to Arfield, who's been tireless all night, to be fair. His fitness has been superb. And Arfield now pursued by Woods. Arfield now looking to play the ball in field, and it's knocked away by Preston. Good finish to this game now. It's a good finish in the making now at the end of what's been a fascinating game of football. A derby match has had everything in it, and it's a good challenge won there by Burnley, and the ball down the right, but it has actually gone out of play. So 3 minutes to go plus any time that may well be added by the 4th official. Kevin Friend, I'm afraid, has not had the best of games as far as I'm concerned. He has given 1 or 2 good decisions. He has tried to let the game flow, but the amount of yellow cards, and some of them have been cheap. There's only one yellow card I wouldn't argue with. That was the Joey Barton one about 5-10 minutes ago. But as far as Loughton's, Mees and Graves were concerned, they were very, very soft yellow cards, I have to be honest. Barton has it now midway, just 10 yards from the halfway line inside his own half. Ben Mee, safety first. Heaton will get this long, right-footed. He'll give it some welly. Gets it over the halfway line. Preston return it with Cobblers, but it's back with Barton now. Over the halfway line. Barton now to Folks. Folks, his first touch wasn't the best, and it's straight through to the goalkeeper. And he couldn't find Bars. And it's headed back. And here come Preston now with Robinson, the fresh legs substitute. They've got fresh legs now, Preston, remember. There's the cross in, and it's knocked away again by that man, Joey Barton. And out for the throw it is. Burnley now holding on. Dean Marnie now starting to feel the effects now as we go into the closing stages. We're in the last minute and 20 of normal time. Then we'll find out from the 4th official how much longer we will have for stoppages. And now George Boyd escapes down the right hand side for Burnley. There's only Sam Vokes up ahead, so Boyd will try and go towards the corner quadrant down the right hand side, and near side as I look, and he might win a corner here off Bailey Wright. And has he kept it in? Yes, Bailey Wright has just about kept it in fact, but it is a Burnley throw 10 yards inside the Preston half of the field. We're inside the last minute of normal time now. A tense finish here. a night of sheer tension, sheer drama, and if Burnley can hold on to what they've got, or maybe extend it in the closing seconds, then they will go back to the top of the Championship, and then it's over to Brighton and Middlesbrough tomorrow. So Preston now looking for an equaliser, but a worst case scenario for Burnley would be a point, but we wouldn't want just a point, we want all three. We're now into the last 10 seconds of normal time. How long? I predicted 4 minutes to Nathan about 5 minutes ago. Will it be 4 minutes, or will it be longer, or will it be shorter? Let's have a look. We are now into time added on. And in fact it's a little bit longer than 4 minutes. It's 5 added minutes at the end of the second half, so 5 more minutes to Burnley to see out this victory as Preston crossing from the left hand side, and again a header one at the back post by Ward. The back four have been colossal tonight, and there's a little tangle there. That's a foul on George Boyd. That's a rugby tackle there, and Cunningham's got to be booked. I'm surprised he's not been booked for that. It is 5. Quite right, Federico. It is 5 minutes at the end of the game. So a free kick now to Burnley. They can take as much time as they possibly can. We're now coming up towards the end of the first minute of 5. And then at the end of the 5 minutes, of course, it will be then down to Mr. Friend's discretion whether or not he'll play more time at the end. It will all be down to Mr. Friend's discretion. We have now exactly played 1 minute of the 5, 4 to go. And Burnley now concede possession, and it's Preston now trying to get bodies forward, looking to try and get a late equaliser here. And it's back to Chris Kirkland. Kirkland now will kick it right footed. Can Burnley hold out in time added on? It's going to feel like a lifetime now. Ben Mee just hooking it away from his own D up towards Barnes, and now Vokes. Good tackle there by Burnley right. Nothing dirty about that at all. And another great challenge. And he's now running at the defenders, and he's tagged there. The referees has given a free kick, and it looked a soft one against Joey Barton. I hope the referee just is on the side and not books him a second time, because I thought that looked a soft one there. Cunningham working his way in. Oh, I don't know. It was maybe a little clumsy there from Barton. It looked a foul, to be fair. Marley couldn't touch him. Actually, he gets the ball. He gets the ball. He gets the ball there for me. That is a ridiculous decision. Kevin Friend, hang your head in shame. Barton there from 2 angles clearly gets the ball. No wonder he's incensed. He's given a lot of decisions to Preston North End in this second half. I've got to be honest. And Joey Barton can feel very aggrieved, although he mustn't talk himself into the book. Meanwhile, we've got an injury for Dean Marnie, and this doesn't look good. He's limping rather gingerly there. The physio is on the field now, taking a look. To be fair, Daniel Johnson is showing a concern, and the physio is saying, get someone else on, get a defender on or something. And I think maybe Dash now just needs to go for the back 5. We're halfway through time added on now. And Dean Marnie, who's worked his socks off tonight, I've got to say, David Jones is going to come on. I would have been tempted to have put on a defender, to be honest. I'd have tried to put on, well, we're just looking at I'd have been tempted to put on Tarkovsky really for the last couple of minutes. But David Jones, he'll give some fresh legs to the midfield, and if Burnley are to counter in the last couple of minutes, it does. Going back to that free kick from Barton, first angle it looks no doubt it's a free kick, but when you see it from 2 other angles, he clearly gets the ball, and you've got to say Barton does have a point. And if Preston score from it, it will become totally injustice. And I think Burnley have had the worst of the decisions this evening again. How many more decisions? And that looks offside. I mean, the goalkeeper. Well, surely now there's got to be. If this goes in, it will be a total injustice. It's a free kick to Preston, about 10 yards outside the area. It's Gallagher up behind this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the wall from a Clark's point of view. There's a couple of Preston defenders trying to make a bit of space for Clark. It's hit the wall, and it comes out. It's charged down, and Burnley survive for now. Here's Ben Mee. Still, the danger not over yet, with Johnson now on the right-hand side. Gets the cross in, and again the Burnley heads are up, and maybe in theory justice has been done, because that decision was a poor one. We're now into the final minute of 5. We've got about 30 seconds to go. Can Burnley hold on there for 30 seconds? Federico has texted in, and he said, if Burnley concede, someone owes me 80 quid. Let's hope Burnley can hold on. There's another cheap free kick given to Preston. It's going to be Garner to take it. Can Burnley hold on and win? Federico, £80 here. He'll give him a good boost to the weekend, not just 3 points but 80 quid extra in his back pocket. And actually Barnes being spoken to there by the referee. What a finish to this game now. Can Burnley see it out? 4 seconds of time added on to go. We've played the 5 minutes, it's short in fact. And it's crossed in there again. And it's over the top. It's a goal kick. And it was, I think, Robinson who got the flick, and that might be that. And I think Burnley are going to see it through. It was a crossing there from Woods, and it was Robinson. It was close. I think it might have hit the angle of post and bar here. And, oh no, it just hit the roof of the net and the stanchion behind. And I think that must be it. We've played 30 seconds over the 5 minutes. That must be it. Tom Heaton's right-footed kick should bring about this Burnley victory. Heaton and right-footed over the halfway line. Referee still playing on here, Kevin Friend. Surely now it's time. Reyes Robinson now. Barton again, colossal. He's been fantastic tonight. And that's got to be a foul. And a yellow card. And about time a Preston player got a book in. They've got away with 1 or 2 decisions tonight, and Robinson can have no complaints at all. We played 1 minute over the allocated 5. I think it was for the Marnie injury and the substitution, but I think it was no more than 45 seconds. And now the free kick. Once that's taken, Burnley can surely bring about their victory. They're going to move a point clear at the top of the championship, and I'm starting to believe once again. Not been a vintage performance, but who cares at this stage of the season. Heaton now with the right foot. We'll get it up and over the halfway line. Surely the referee's now got to blow the whistle. Here's Barnes. We'll just get it into the corner now and keep it there by the quadrant. He's done so magnificently well. Wins it, concedes a goal kick, mind you. And now it's all down. Surely the referee, the Burnley fans want the whistle. We want the whistle. Everyone wants the whistle. Come on, Kevin Friend. Where are you getting this extra time from? We've played 2 minutes over. It's got to be over now. It's all over! Burnley have won it! That 6-minute goal deflected by Joey Barton has won the day in the derby, and revenge is so sweet after Preston has done a smashing red job back in December. Burnley have beaten Preston by a goal to 0, and well deserved. They stuck in there. The referee didn't do us any favours tonight, but Joey Barton, what a colossal performance. George Boyd had a good game. Andre Gray worked hard, and 5,500 travelling support out of 17 and a bit thousand. I'm going to go back happy. Burnley go 3 points ahead of Brighton. And now even more so, 1 point ahead of Middlesbrough. But remember, the other 2 teams have got to now go and get 3 points themselves. What a performance. And, well, this was a game that we needed to win. And boy, have we won it. Jack Boyer is saying we're second. I don't think that's the case. Joey Barton and George Boyd are being interviewed by television at the end, but well, where do you start? In fact, Joey Barton, quite rightly, I thought his performance deserves to win man of the match. Scored 1 goal, made 53 passes, by 5 tackles, and unfortunately picked up a deserved yellow card, but even so, it was fantastic. And the Burnley fans who have troubled in their 12s absolutely deserve that. And it's for them more than anything else. They can touch the promised land. They certainly go 3 points ahead of Brighton at the top of the table. We'll bring you the updated league tables in a moment once they... And I can just see the Burnley players now running over to the walking over to the supporters. And they're going to give the supporters a good clap there. George Boyd, and I thought, had a tremendous match as well. He played magnificently tonight. and absolutely horrendous. And I think in terms, look at them. They're not going to leave Deepdale forever. They know E-I-E-I-E-I-O, up the Football League we go. That's what they're singing now. Oh, we are going up now. That's the cry. And I have to say, they've really deserved it. They had to battle a bit because the last 15-20 minutes, Preston did go for the cutthroat, but to be fair, it's been a brilliant performance. And Nathan Gerrard brings up a good point there. Thank you for all the people who have commented tonight. Nathan Gerrard, just one of the people that have commented. Boyd looking like his old self. I would agree with that, Nathan. Tremendous performance from Boyd. And maybe he was a touch unfortunate, maybe not to get man in a match tonight. But Barton isn't a man in a match. He's Mr. Consistent. If you like him or love him, he's still, for Burnley this season, he's been nothing but Mr. Consistency as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sure some of the Burnley fans would probably agree with me on that. And he's well deserved. But Boyd ran him close, certainly for Sky's, for the TV man of the match, that's for sure. But fantastic performance. And Burnley, well deserved it. And Boyd and Barton will now go over and give their appreciation to the Burnley supporters, and they know that's an important victory. So let's have a look at how that does to the league table, because bearing in mind Middlesbrough and Brighton have still to play. Brighton have got to play Charlton at the Valley tomorrow. They're already relegated, Charlton. So Burnley are top by 1 point, 87 points from 44 games. Middlesbrough have played one game less. They have 86 points. And Burnley just have a marginally better goal difference, but Middlesbrough, remember, have a game in hand. Brighton a couple of points further back in third with 84 from 43. Then come Hull on 76 from 42. Derby 76 from 43. And Sheffield Wednesday 70 from 43. So there is the top six for you there. And that is it. That's the end of the live stream from Deepdale tonight. I hope very much you've enjoyed tonight's encounter. It's been an absolute joy to bring it to you here. And it's been an absolute joy to bring it to you here live on my YouTube channel. Just to remind you that the FIFA videos will continue in the next few days. I haven't forgotten about them. It's just it just so happens that I've had a lot of stuff on personally that I've had to take top priority. I hope very much you've enjoyed it. And a night really where Burnley really took the ball by the horns. They led for a Joey Barton free kick deflected after 6 minutes. They held on strong against constant waves of attack from Preston, but they held on in there. They could have extended the lead if Boyd or Gray had hit scored instead of hit the upright, but it didn't matter. They've won tonight and go 1 point ahead with Middlesbrough. And it's over to Middlesbrough and Brighton now. Thank you for watching listening to the commentary tonight from all of us here. Good night.